What's up, guys? What's up, fireyourtrainer.net? Welcome to week 7 and week 8's video. Sorry, I didn't get week 7 out on time because the last 2 weeks have been crazy. My husband took his MCAT. Yay! He's freaking out about the score because we don't actually get it for like a month. Had a food tour in Durham, North Carolina that threw my diet out of whack. Had dinner with the in-laws that threw my diet out of whack because my mother-in-law's desserts are out of this world. She's like, I can't cook. I don't really cook very well. But, man, she can freaking cook, and her desserts are off the chain. So I obviously can't control myself. Had like a third of a blueberry pie. And then after that, it was my anniversary. And all my clients can attest, I will tell you, for all of YouTube land, even as a trainer, there are 3 events that I say screw it when I'm on a diet. Holidays, most holidays, birthdays, and anniversaries. That is about spending time with family, eating what you want to eat, feeling free to just relax. Let your fucking belt loose and just relax. Christmas and Thanksgiving. Valentine's Day is actually my favorite holiday. Halloween and Easter, all of those things. Just relax. It's one day. It's not the end of the world. If you're eating like shit all through the whole rest of the year and that day, sure, feel guilty about that day. Like, that's your own fault. But if you're good for the most part, like you're eating at maintenance or you're losing a little bit of body fat, whatever, relax, just relax. Let it go, enjoy it. So I did 2,700 calories worth of enjoyment, to be precise. So that didn't set me up for a good week 7, week 8. Not to mention on top of all that, I was getting ready for my period. I had my period. I was insanely sore and super stressed out. This Novice program is no joke. I've tapered back some of the intensity of this workout because, God, this program made me so sore. I did throw in a lot of the exercises that I had a hard time adjusting to in the beginning when I was lifting weights, and the ones that I knew that I should have prioritized a little bit. I was so sore from obviously novice strength training. I bumped my cardio up in an effort to offset some of those extra calories I'd been eating. I did skip a rest day in order to do cardio. Bad idea. Over the course of 2 weeks, I have come down 0.2 pounds and then come back up 1.3 pounds. My body fat has come down 1%. I've been tracking my NEAT, my non-exercise movement, my calorie burn, with my FitBit. I noticed that when I went on a diet, my NEAT dropped significantly. And by significantly, I mean like 12,300 steps over the course of a week, it dropped. And about 200 calories burned a week, it dropped. So that is one reason that I bumped up my cardio. I'm going to be, from here on, I'm going to be a little more vigilant with my NEAT because I don't want to sacrifice this caloric deficit that I'm in just by moving more, or moving less rather. So I want to stay on top of it. I want to track my steps and I want to track my movements. And I think that that is just about the only thing that a Fitbit's good for, is maybe tracking your NEAT a little bit closer than you would otherwise. It doesn't seem like much, but a couple thousand steps a day added up and added up to a big calorie hit. So stay on that. A reduction in NEAT is one of those metabolic adaptations that I've talked about that it's almost imperceptible. So you may not even notice that you're walking less, but you do need something like this or a pedometer or something just to help you kind of track your activity. Because when you go on a diet, your activity is going to drop. Whether you notice it or not, whether you feel it or not, it's going to drop. That's just one of your body's mechanisms for avoiding weight loss or avoiding fat loss. It is important to track it. All my week's progresses aside, I wanted to point out the website has changed. That is the other part of what kept me so busy this week and last week. All of the Excel spreadsheets, the cheat sheets that I did for you have been replaced with calculators. It's so wonderful and it's so easy to use.
So this is the website, this is the home page. If you haven't been here yet, I scroll down to the lose weight goal because that's what I'm on. Before you start, read these first 3 things. Each goal has some caveats that you want to follow beforehand. I'm going to click the self-assessment and print off a new month's self-assessment sheet. This is where you would gauge your body fat or kind of decide where you're headed, where you are and where you're headed. You want to pick your body fat percentage from that, or use the bioelectrical impedance handset or the calipers. This is what the form looks like. You just want to print it off and it will start your month. After I've printed this, then I'm going to go on to step number 2, which step number 2 is setting a goal. So you can scroll down to the bottom of the screen, click step 2 for your goal, and then it'll take you to step 2. This is for members only, so you're going to want to sign in and username, password, whatever, you set that up when you become a member. Then you're going to put in your weight, your desired body fat loss. You're going to put in the rate of loss according to those guidelines down below. And I decided to do 0.8%, or no, stay at 0.7%. Because I have 5 to 8% fat to lose, according to the bioelectrical impedance handset. So I stayed at 0.7. You scroll down from there, it tells you how many pounds per week that you should lose, and then the duration of your dieting phase. So I need to lose just over a pound. From there, I go on to step 3. Step 3 is going to tell me my calories and my macros. I put in my body weight, I put in my sex, I put in my age, then I put in my activity level and my body fat. So I use myself as, or I call myself moderately active, just because I don't do a whole lot outside of my sessions and outside of my training. And I'm using 24% body fat, which is what the BIA handset told me that I was this week. A pound loss, 1,855 calories for the week. You also want to determine whether you're over 40 or under 40. That's going to dictate your protein and fat requirements for the week. So that tells me where I need to be, and I can email it to myself if I choose. I did not because I had the numbers. So then I go over to MyFitnessPal. This is the mobile MyFitnessPal app. I go to my homepage, then I go to my goals, I go to my calories, carbs, proteins, fats, and I plug in my new numbers. When you're putting it in on the mobile app, you always want to change your calories first completely, and then go in and change your macro percentages. So it's all I'm doing is just updating based on what the website said. Now, it's not going to be accurate unless you pay for the MyFitnessPal Premium. You can't go to the individual gram, but you can get really close.
So it's in steps 2 and steps 3 of all your goals. You have the duration of whatever phase you're in. So like the duration of your diet, the duration of your bulking phase, or the duration of your reverse diet. And then on the flip side, step 3, you have your calories and macros. So you're going to use one number from step 2 in step 3, and it's together going to offer you your entire diet program. You reassess weekly, as I've said over and over, and the calculators, you can email yourself your results and keep track of those week to week. Just pop that shit in your MyFitnessPal and you're good to go. So enjoy. I think that's about it. So I'm moving into week 9. In summary, I'm moving into week 9. Not gonna sit down and watch TV and eat. Not gonna have snacky snacks around the house. I'm going to try my best to hit 100% adherence this week. I'm going to tyrannize myself until I do. What that actually means is I'll come in at like 103. Anyway, I'm going to try and be a lot more adherent this week. I'm not going to have any social events that I know of coming up until like the 14th of the month or something. So this whole week is going to be great. Going to take my rest days. I'm going to prioritize my recovery, and I'm going to keep track of my meat a little more closely. That is the summary. Week 7 and week 8 were kind of a bust. But I need to make this clear. Just because in total I've come 1 pound down and my body fat's only come down a little bit, that doesn't mean that my last 2 months have gone for nothing. A lot of people would get very discouraged and say, oh, I was doing so good, now I've only lost 1 pound, it's all useless. Look at my pictures. Look at my before and after pictures. I've put on muscle, I've removed fat, I look much better than I did in that first picture. I've seen changes in my body, and I felt changes in my body that I didn't have and didn't feel 8 weeks ago. So it is not all for nothing. It I feel great about where I'm headed. My calories might be here and there and whatever, and I had shit come up. Like, that's life. But don't get down on yourself just because, you backtrack a little bit. You're still making progress. I'm still making progress. I look at my abs in the mirror, I still get freaking just so absorbed and so fixated with what my belly looks like. My sodium and water were screwed up all week. My sleep was off. My stress was through the roof. But look at the rest of me. My biceps have gotten bigger. My shoulders have gotten bigger. My legs are more defined, front and back now. Don't get discouraged just because your weight fluctuates a little bit. It's fine. Life happens. Overall, I'm in the right direction. And that's all you can ask for, is just keep yourself going in the right direction and push through. So week 9 is going to be a reset for me. I'm going to pull back a little with the intensity of the workouts, and I'm going to push forward a little harder with my non-exercise calorie burn, and push forward a little harder, staying on top of my diet. Week 9, looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be off the chain. No more social things, and I'm going to meal prep like a boss, and so I'm super motivated. Who's with me? Guys, go to the fucking website, get on your shit, start your program. It's easy. It's seriously easy. Thank you guys so much. If you like this video, please thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, heart, comment, tell your friends, get on my website, do the things. Have a great one, guys. See you next week.